Welcome back to Louise Hay. You can heal your life. Today we're going into chapter 13. Prosperity, I deserve the best, and I accept the best now. If you want the above affirmation to be true for you, then do not want to believe any of the following statements. I'll read that again. If you want the above affirmation to be true, then you do not want to believe any of the following statements. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money is filthy and dirty. Money is evil. I am poor, but clean or good. Rich people are crooks. I don't want to have money and be stuck up. I'll never get a good job. I'll never make any money. Money goes out faster than it comes in. I am always in debt. Poor people can never get out from under. My parents were poor and I will be poor. Artists have to struggle. Only people who cheat have money. None of these beliefs will help move anyone forward in their life, in their prosperity, and having the best and be in prosperity. Everyone else comes first. Oh, I couldn't charge that much. I don't deserve. I'm not good enough to make money. Never tell anyone what I have in the bank. Never lend money. A penny saved is a penny earned. Save for a rainy day. A depression could come out at any time. I resent others having money. Money only comes from hard work. How many of these beliefs belong to you? Do you really think that believing any of them will bring you prosperity? It is old, limiting. Perhaps it was what your family believed about money, because family beliefs stay with us unless we consciously release them, wherever it came from. It must leave your consciousness if you want to prosper. To me, true prosperity begins with feeling good about yourself. It is also the freedom to do what you want to do. When you want to do it, it is never about any amount of money. It is a state of mind. Prosperity or lack of it is an outer expression of the ideas in your head. Deserving. If you do not accept the idea that we deserve to prosper, then even the abundance falls into our laps. We will refuse it somehow. Look at this example. A student in one of my classes was working to increase his prosperity. He came to class one night so excited, for he just won $500, and kept saying, "I don't believe it. I never win anything." We knew it was a reflection of his changing consciousness. He still felt he did not really deserve it. Next week he could not come to class, as he had broken his leg. The doctor bill came to $500. He had frightened to move forward in his new prosperous direction and felt undeserving. So he punished himself in this way. Whatever we concentrate on increases. So do not concentrate on your bills. If you concentrate on lack and debt, then you will create more lack and debt. There is an inexhaustible supply in the universe. Begin to be aware of it. Take the time to count the stars on a clear evening, or the grains of sand in one handful, the leaves on one branch of a tree, the raindrops on the window page, the seeds in one tomato. Each seed is capable of producing a whole vine of unlimited tomatoes on it. Be grateful for what you do have, and you will find that it increases. I like to bless with love all that is in my life now. My home, the heat, water, light, telephone, furniture, plumbing, appliances, clothing, transportation, jobs, the money I do have, friends, my ability to see and feel and taste and touch and walk and enjoy this incredible planet. Our own beliefs in lack and limitation is the only thing that is limiting us. What belief is limiting you? Do you want to have money only to help others? Then you are saying you are worthless. Be sure you are not rejecting prosperity now. If a friend invites you to lunch or dinner, accept with joy and pleasure. Don't feel you are just trading with people. If you get a gift, accept it graciously. If you can't use the gift, pass it on to someone else. Keep the flow of things moving through you. Just smile and say thank you. In this way, you let the universe know you are ready to receive. You're good. Make room for the new. Make room for the new. Clean out your refrigerator. Get rid of all those little bits of stuff wrapped in foil. Clean out your closet. Get rid of all the stuff you have not used in the last 6 months or so. If you haven't used it in a year, definitely get it out of your home. Sell it, trade it, give it away, or burn it. Cluttered clothes means a cluttered mind. As you clean out the closet, say to yourself, I'm cleaning out the closet of my mind. The universe loves symbolic gestures. The first time I heard the concept, the abundance of the universe is available to everyone, I thought it was ridiculous. Look at all the poor people, I said. Look at my own seemingly hopeless poverty. To hear your poverty is only a belief in your consciousness only made me angry. It took me many years to realize and accept that I was the only person responsible for my lack of prosperity. It was my belief that I was unworthy and not deserving, that money is difficult to come by, and that I do not have talents and abilities that kept me stuck in a mental system of not having. Money is the easiest thing to demonstrate. How do you react to this statement? Do you believe it? Are you angry? Are you indifferent? Are you ready to throw this book across the room? If you have any of these reactions, good. I have touched something deep inside you, that very point of resistance to truth. This is the area to work on. It is time to open yourself to the potential of receiving the flow of money and all good. Love your bills. It is essential that we stop worrying about money and stop resenting our bills. Many people treat bills as punishment, to be avoided if possible. A bill is an acknowledgement of our ability to pay. The creditor assumes you are affluent enough to give you the service or the product first. I bless with love each and every bill that comes into my home. I bless with love and stamp a small kiss on each and every check I write. If you pay with resentment, money has a hard time coming back to you. If you pay with love and joy, you open the free-flowing channel of abundance. Treat your money as a friend, not as something you wad up and crush into your pocket. Your security is not your job or your bank account or your investments or your spouse or parents. Your security is your ability to connect with the cosmic power that creates all things. I like to think that the power within me that breathes in my body is the same power that provides all that I need. And just as easily and simply, the universe is lavish and abundant. And it is our birthright to be supplied with everything we need, unless we choose to believe it to the contrary. I bless my telephone with love each time I use it, and I affirm often that it brings me only prosperity and expressions of love. I do the same with my mailbox, and each day is less if it is filled to overflowing with money and love letters of all kinds from friends and clients and far off readers. The bill that come in the bills that come in I rejoice over, thanking the company for trusting me to pay. I bless my doorbell and the front door, knowing that only good comes into my home. I expect my life to be good and joyous, and it is. These ideas are for everyone. The man was a hooker and wanted to increase his business, so he came to me for prosperity session. He felt he was good at his profession and wanted to make 100,000 a year. I gave him the same idea I am giving you, and he soon had money to put into Chinese porcelains. He spent so much time at home he wanted to enjoy the beauty of his ever-increasing investments. Rejoice in other good fortunes. Don't delay your own prosperity by being resentful or jealous that someone has more than you. Don't criticize the way they chose to spend their money. It is none of your business. Each person, under the law of his or her own consciousness, just take care of your thoughts. Bless another good fortune, and know there is a plenty for all. Are you a stingy tipper? Do you stiff washroom attendants with some self-righteous statement? Do you ignore the porters in your office or apartment buildings at Christmas time? Do you pinch pennies when you do not need to, buying day-old vegetables or bread? Do you do your shopping in a thrift shop, or do you always order the cheapest things on the menu? There is a law of demand and supply. Demand comes first. Money has a way of coming to you where it is needed. The poorest family can almost always gather together the money for a funeral. Visualization, ocean of abundance. Your prosperity consciousness is not dependent on money. Your flow of money is dependent upon your prosperity consciousness. As you conceive of more will come into your life. I love the visualization of standing at the seashore, looking out at the vast ocean, and knowing that this ocean is the abundance that is available to me. Look down at your hands and see what sort of container you are holding. Is it a teaspoon, a thimble with a hole in it, a paper cup, a glass, a tumbler, a pitcher, a bucket, a wash tub? Or perhaps you have a pipeline connected to this ocean of abundance. Look around you and notice that no matter how many people there are, and no matter what kind of container they have, there is plenty for everyone. You cannot rob another, and they cannot rob you. And in no way you can drain the ocean dry. Your container is your consciousness, and it can always be exchanged for a larger container. Do this exercise often to get the feeling of expansion and unlimited supply. Open your arms. I sit at least once a day with my arms stretched out to the side and say, I am open and receptive to all the good and abundance in the universe. It gives me a feeling of expansion. The universe can only distribute to me what I have in my consciousness, and I can always create more in my consciousness. It is like a cosmic bank. I make mental deposits by increasing my awareness of my own abilities to create. Meditation, treatments, and affirmations are mental deposits. Let's make a habit of making daily deposits. Just having more money is not enough. We want to enjoy the money. Do you allow yourself to have pleasure with money? If not, why not? A portion of everything you take in can go to pure pleasure. Did you have any fun with your money last week? Why not? What old belief is stopping you? Let it go. Money does not have to be a serious subject in your life. Put it into perspective. Money is a means of exchange. That is all it is. What would you do and what would you have if you didn't need money? We need to shake up our money concepts. I have found it easier to teach a seminar on sexuality than it is one on money. People get very angry when their money beliefs are being challenged. Even people who come to a seminar wanting to desperately create more money in their lives will go crazy when I try to change their limiting beliefs. I am willing to change. I am willing to release old negative beliefs. Sometimes we have to work with these two affirmations a lot in order to open the space to begin creating prosperity. We want to release the fixed income mentally. Do not limit the universe by insisting that you have only a certain salary or income. That salary or income is a channel. It is not your source. Your supply comes from one source, the universe itself. There are infinite numbers of channels. We must open ourselves to them. We must accept in consciousness that supply can come from anywhere and everywhere. Then, when we walk down the street and find a penny or a dime, we say thank you to the source. It may be small, but new channels are beginning to open. I am open and receptive to new avenues of income. I now receive my good from expected and unexpected sources. I am unlimited being, accepting from an unlimited source in an unlimited way. Rejoice in the small new beginnings. When we work toward increasing prosperity, we always gain in accordance with our beliefs about what we deserve. A writer was working to increase her income. One of her affirmations was, I am making good money being a writer. 3 days later, she went to a coffee shop where she often had breakfast. She settled into a booth and spread out some paper she was working on. The manager came over to her and asked, You are a writer, aren't you? Will you do some writing for me? He then brought over several little blank tent signs and asked if she would write. Turkey luncheon special, $3.95 on each card. He offered her a free breakfast in return. This small event showed the beginning of her change in consciousness, and she went on to sell her own work. Recognize prosperity. Begin to recognize prosperity everywhere and rejoice in it. Reverend Ike, the well-known evangelist from New York City, remembered that as a poor preacher he used to walk by good restaurants and homes and automobiles and clothing establishments and say out loud, "That's for me. That's for me. I allow fancy homes and banks and fine stores and showrooms of all sorts and yachts to give you pleasure. Recognize that all this is of your abundance, and you are increasing your consciousness to partake of these things if you desire. If you see well-dressed people, say, isn't it wonderful that they have so much abundance? There is plenty for all of us. We don't want someone else's good. We want to have our own good. And yet, we do not own anything. We only use possessions for a period of time, unless they pass on to someone else. Sometimes a possession may stay in a family for a few generations, but eventually it will pass on. There is a natural rhythm of flow of life. Things come and things go. I believe that when something goes, it is only to make room for something new and better. Accept compliments. So many people want to be rich, and yet they won't accept a compliment. I have known many budding actors and actresses who want to be stars, and yet they cringe when they are paid a compliment. Compliments are gifts of prosperity. Learn to accept them graciously. My mother taught me early to smile and say thank you. When I received a compliment or gift, this advice has been an asset of my life. It is even better to accept the compliment and return it so the giver feels as though he or she received the gift. It is a way of keeping the flow of good going. Rejoice in the abundance of being able to awaken each morning and experience a new day. Be glad to be alive, to be healthy, to have friends, to be creative, to be a living example of the joy of living. Live to your highest awareness. Enjoy your transformational process. In the affinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I am one with the power that created me. I am totally open and receptive to the abundant flow of prosperity that the universe offers. All my needs and desires are met before I even ask. I am divinely guided and protected, and I make choices that are beneficial for me. I rejoice in others' successes, knowing there is plenty for all of us. I am constantly increasing my conscious awareness of abundance, and this reflects in a constantly increasing income. My good comes from everywhere and everyone. All is well in my world. Thank you for joining me on chapter 13. I will see you in the next video for a recap.